Then there was another attacker, Gianluca. I forgot the last name, but his first name is Gianluca. He came from South America. This is a player. He has this blonde hair, top player. In some years to come, you would see 100 million. So it is all over now. The Champions League is over. The group stage, is over. And then, wow, that was hell of a games, Top Champions League. And, the euphoria, the results, the last minute goals. That was good. It was very, 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 very good. Upset happened in the games. Teams qualifying, teams that were tipped to have qualified for the top 8 are now going to face the playoffs. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Kobo Sports Room. Click on the subscribe button, press the notification bell, follow us on our social media platform. This is your Champions League review. I brought you the preview yesterday, but this is the review of the games. Quickly, let's start. Olympiacos 2-1 against Ajax. Amsterdam. Ajax scored the first goal. I told you Kaya Almaty is not going to be any big game, but Arsenal have an 100% record in the group stage. In the 8 games that they played, they had 100% record. Now they are doing well. They are doing well in the Champions League, but this doesn't mean anything, because the Champions League, when we hit the knockout stage, that is where, if you want to win it, you must prove that you want to win it, because at that time you will be meeting big teams only, teams that are ready to do something, teams that are ready to win the trophy. That is where you will meet them. So if Arsenal, it is good that they have 100% record in the group stage, but they should prepare themselves for the round of 16, for the quarterfinals, and for the semi-final, and eventually for the final. So big congratulations to Arsenal. They were first on the league log. Big shout outs to them. 100% record in the Champions League. It's not easy. It is not easy. So big congratulations to them. They have done really, really, really well. Sporting Lisbon, 3-2 against Athletic Club Bilbao. Now they scored a last minute goal. The last minute goal they scored to clutch the 3 points is the one that sent Real Madrid to the playoff. It sent Real Madrid to the playoffs. So Sporting Lisbon, they did Real Madrid really, 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 really bad. They had 16 points. Real Madrid had 15 points. It sent Real Madrid to the playoffs. So they won their game, and then Real Madrid lost 4-2 against Benfica in Estadio de Luz. Jose Mourinho, whichever way you want to call him, he is the guy. He is the man. He came into the game with a plan. He executed the plan. The plan was to get the win against Real Madrid. And when they started the game, you could clearly see the Benfica players, Vangelis Pavlidis, Sudakov, Sendrov, the guy that scored the 2 goals. Very, 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 very good players. And then there was another attacker, Gianluca. I forgot the last name, but his first name is Gianluca. He came from South America. This is a player. He has this blonde hair, top player. In some years to come, you would see 100 million, 120 million, 90-something million. They will sell him. That is proper scouting. You could clearly see the boys were up for the game and they needed the win. And I will tell you the reason why they needed the win. Check the table. Can you see where Benfica is? Benfica had 9 points minus 2 goals. They had 9 points minus 2 goals. So 1 goal away from moving from the 25th position to the 24th position and finally getting a slot in the playoff. That was why they were really, really, really up for the task. That was why they really wanted the last goal, and the goalkeeper got the last goal for them. It was unbelievable scene out there. You needed a win. You needed another goal to clutch a qualification, and your goalkeeper gives you one last header in a game. that was, the story was good. The story was, one hell of a story. And I think congratulations to Benfica. They did really, really, really well. Fans were behind them. The players were up for the task. Pavlidis. I think he scored one and assisted 1-2. So Vangelis Pavlidis, he was my man of the match. Top. Brilliant performance by Pavlidis. Now Kylian Mbappe scored 2 goals. That guy. Yeah, I think he has 13 goals in about 8 games. 13 goals. No, he has 13 goals in 7 games. That is, mind blowing. That is unbelievable. Kylian Mbappe also had 2 goals for Real Madrid. Now, Real Madrid in the game, I don't know, but I think they underestimated the game. That is what I think. I think they underestimated, because when you look at some of the, decisions that were going against Real Madrid, some of the decisions the players were taking, it was unbelievable. I mean, look at Ole Tchouameni's penalty. Unbelievable. So, Real Madrid, I think they underestimated the game, and they were third on the league log. All of a sudden, they dropped back to 10th. I told you in my previous video, the third and the 13th position, anything can happen, because it was just 3 points separating these two guys. But Real Madrid are going into the playoff. I mean, last season they were in the playoff. I think they played against Atletico Madrid. I think they won in the playoffs. No, they played against Manchester City, and I think they won from the playoffs. So let's see what this playoff is going to be. Really, 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 really tough. It is going to be a brilliant playoff for us to watch. A lot of teams are in a playoff. We'll go there. But Tottenham Hotspur also winning by 2-0. Liverpool clutching 6-0 against Karabakh FK. I expected more from Karabakh, but Liverpool, Slot is under fire. Slot is under fire. So I wasn't expecting anything. I was expecting, whilst they were playing at Anfield against Karabakh, I was expecting more from them. Now, Manchester City, the Galatasaray disappointed me. They disappointed me. They could have even scored a goal or a 2. They couldn't score. Manchester City won by 2-0 against Galatasaray. They disappointed me so much. I think they could have done better. They could have done better in a game. But Manchester City won, came back into the top 8. So big congratulations to Manchester City for qualifying. Now Juventus, and a problem now. Juventus, how on earth will you play goalless draw in the last Champions League game? Charlie, I tell you, what have we done to you, Juventus? The least said about them, the best. Chelsea 3-2 against Napoli. 3-2 against Napoli. Now, the modern day coaches, they should be very careful. Leon Rizanier should be very careful, because this is a last minute game. This is a last game for Chelsea in the Champions League. It was a must win game. You go into a game with a 3-back system with just 1 center back and 2 laterals as part of the 3-back. Where on earth have you seen a 3-back system with just 1 center back and 2 laterals? It was mind blowing. The lineup didn't make sense. You were going into this game against Napoli, facing the man who is the master of the 3-back system, and you leave your best defender in the season, Chalobah, on the bench. You play for Fofana, and if you are playing for Fofana, give him the cover that he needed. You didn't give him the cover. You stick Chalobah on the bench and go into this game with a 3-back shape, with Ray James operating as the right center back and Cucurella operating as the left center back. The modern day coaches, they should be very careful. They should be very, 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 very careful, because Chelsea won by 3-2, yes. But if it was any other team, Chelsea had no business in coming back into the game. Yes, I can tell you for a fact that if this was any other team, even if it was Atletico Madrid, or even if it was, Inter Milan, Chelsea had no business in coming back into the game. So the modern day coaches should be very careful. Leon Rizanier, I think that the starting lineup was not needed. Chelsea was set up vulnerable at the back. And you can see, even the Rasmus Højlund goal, even the first goal for Napoli, Chelsea was vulnerable at the back. You can clearly see Ray James was struggling. Now there was something in the game that the coach wanted to do. Estevao was drifting in to the 10 position, giving the chance for Malo Gusto to also overlap and do the runs. Now that runs was supposed to be given to Ray James and not Malo Gusto. Ray James is better in terms of ball crossing. Ray James is better in terms of dribbling. Ray James is better in terms of goal scoring as against Malo Gusto. So the Malo Gusto, role was supposed to be given to Ray James. You stick a centre back at the Ray James position, you are good to go. I don't know why he was trying to complicate things for himself. Leon Raisonnier, you were basically complicating things for yourself. Now, Joao Pedro, the bonito boy, scored 2 goals. The first goal for Joao Pedro, top brilliant goal. Joao Pedro has this shooting power in his leg. If Joao Pedro will stop, trying to be that flair striker, trying to be that flair player, and he focus on shooting, he will challenge for the goal kings in Europe. He will challenge for the goal because the chances are coming. And if you are going to shoot and you are going to leave those flair, those dribbles behind you and shoot more, score the goals more, Joao Pedro is going to be a big player. You must know that you are not playing Brighton anymore. You are playing Chelsea. And in the Chelsea, if you are playing the striker or if you are the striker for Chelsea, you should give goals. So Joao Pedro, congratulations to him. He won the man of the match. Big shout outs to Joao Pedro. And I think it was a brilliant game for Joao Pedro. Even the first goal and then the second goal to top brilliant goal. That clutched the 3 points for Chelsea out there. PSG on the other hand, Drew Warlock got the goal for Newcastle. Vitinha also got the goal for PSG. PSG are in the playoff. Yes, they are in the playoff. Newcastle drag them into the playoff. So let's see what will happen there. Bayern Munich also won by 2 goals to 1. Atalanta lost by Union St. Gallen. Now let's see the qualified teams. The 8 qualified team. We have Arsenal, Barcelona. Barcelona, by the way, won by 4 goals to 1. They conceded again, as I said earlier. The biggest weakness is the conceding. They concede too much. And against Copenhagen, I didn't expect them to concede. But the difference between Barcelona and Real Madrid is that Barcelona have attackers that can score. And it is not only Mbappe. Barcelona have attackers that can score more goals. So they score more, even though they concede, but they score more goals. But Real Madrid concede more, but they don't score more. Their goals has always been centered on, Kylian Mbappe and sometimes Vinicius Jr. So Real Madrid, they are in the playoff. Barcelona qualified, Chelsea, Bayern Munich qualified, Liverpool, Sporting Lisbon, Manchester City, Tottenham Hotspur has also qualified. Now, when you check the top 8, there is Manchester City, there is Tottenham Hotspur, there is Arsenal, there is Chelsea, and then there is, Liverpool. 5 English teams in the top 8. Do whatever you want to do with this kind of information. Now, the knockout playoff teams are Real Madrid, Juventus, Dortmund, AS Monaco, Inter Milan, Atletico Madrid, Olympiacos, Karabakh, PSG, Atalanta, Club Brugge, Bodo Glimt, Newcastle, Bayern, 04, Leverkusen, Galatasaray, and Benfica. When you check the knockout, draw, it is Real Madrid. It's either Real Madrid or Benfica or Bodo Glimt. So Benfica can also meet, or they have a chance to also meet Real Madrid in the playoff. Let's see what the draw will bring. PSG are being tipped to face Monaco or Karabakh. Juventus or Atletico Madrid are being tipped to face Galatasaray or Monaco. Juventus, Atalanta or Leverkusen are also being tipped to face Borussia Dortmund or Olympiacos. Now, an extended version of the draw is also here, as you can see on your screen. So ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of the video. Your Champions League review. Click on the subscribe button, press the post notification bell, follow us on our social media platform. Real Madrid couldn't qualify. As you can see on your screen. What are your thoughts about Real Madrid? PSG also couldn't qualify. They are also going in for the playoff. The playoff have a lot of big teams in there. There is PSG, there is Atletico Madrid, there is Juve, there is Inter, there is Real Madrid, and then there is Borussia Dortmund. Drop all your comment down below. Let me know your comment. This is Kobo Sports Room, and this has been your Champions League review. Thank you so much for your time. Take care of yourselves, and peace.